able to do. This is a pretty strong lane. The Willow and the Mars. Traditional combo that we've seen, of course, later on in the game. We'll see the Terrorize plus the wall combo. That could be really cool.
And what about this mid matchup nowadays here? Invoker versus the Bat.
I mean, Invoker was one of those sort of answers in a way because you can offset some of that harassment, but Bat got buffed. So, I mean, we'll see how it all plays out. I think BZM has played this one a lot. He should be pretty okay, but just have to be susceptible. You have to be just careful of being dove, getting too stacked up. But all these players have gotten so much better at it. So I think BZM will do just fine.
And then, of course, down on the bottom. I mean, one of the strengths of CK definitely being that you got to have that.
The wave out, you'd want to double wave off to him and try to pressure him under tower a little bit. So nicely done from BZM. Yeah, this is why I feel Clockwork down here is just never going to get anything done. Not only can Sanking disengage from getting cogged inside, but also they can just disrupt the target that gets gone on in battery assault. It's going to get absorbed. So far though, Jackie, farming fine. But as the levels build up, I think it's going to be.
We're seeing CS on the top lane, Yuragi up at 2, FBZ also, of course, free farming here, 2 of them. No struggles.
Every time they try to make an aggressive move, that disruption just comes out and stops all aggression. Top, BZM versus Yopaj, Rune.
Online earlier to get certain talents.
I'm actually really curious. I'm not sure. Because I think Midas is a little bit better nowadays, but Witchblade's also still pretty valuable on the hero. You still maybe want the Urn. You probably want the Urn still anyway, but so I think maybe Urn Midas and then see where he goes from there. It's still a good Vessel game. He is versus Mars and Seek. I think that's miserable in the mid game.
Heard of me?
Denied.
OG putting emphasis on mid. Both supports.
See if they can get him in. There's going to be any sort of chance of helping Yopaj. Skem's going to walk over. And not a whole lot he can do to save Yopaj.
He could die too.
Down.
Gold snaps there.
Gold snap. Fox down. So the Hellbent bash in on top of him will come to an end, so won't be able to get the clap off. Tiger. Whoop. He will fall. Nice little.
They have to bring in both supports. If they get the lasso, absolutely. They'll get him down. But yeah, that tornado to just
see this rotation for BZM. They're going to look to set up on the top lane. He knew that some focus was already being drawn towards the mid, so he'll move away from that head top, make the gank and take down FBZ.
Fire that Urn charge now too.
Boom. They will be able to find Chu inside of their jungle, so getting something in return over their side of the map. Taken down, of course, not needing to use the lasso, so Yopaj has still got that available to look for a further play. Presents itself.
That's what I've been seeing, at least from the Sticky Napalm change. This hero always had this kill potential anyway without lasso, but I think this change gives you just slightly more kill potential on both sides.
You see this as well, of course, they've got some nice stats over in their triangle.
It's scouted though.
Yeah, has been spotted out. Bottom.
They were a bit reluctant. They don't see anything except for the Mars down bottom, so I think they were maybe expecting more heroes to be backed up behind that CK.
That's where Yopaj can get him. Looking for the fight, but Amar. He's in with the idea of going for the epicenter. Pretty alone. They have the arena, they'll certainly trap it in there. Caught and left behind. Amar taken down. Boom, once again able to find the Sand King.
He's gonna maybe even go for some Void kills or for the Invoker when they do have this Mars Blink. But yeah, OG, now it's time to kick up the pace. They didn't really have great ways to set up on the map besides just BZM by himself as this Invoker, because they don't want to use the Chrono too aggressively. Now they can move around with the split. Tiger. He eats a lasso though, so.
Okay, so now they know they're smoking into no threat of the lasso, and Ancient Stack will be taken from them.
Pretty huge. Level 9 now on Amar already.
They're gonna go, he wants to go in and try and get some of this.
Okay, he's got backup.
Is it going to be enough though? Skem, he's really on the front lines here. He's not going to be able to do this on his own. Skem goes down. Tim's trying to poke from the side. Jackie leading over, see what sort of a grab he can find. Which is the disruption from Chu with the setup. Amar's going to look for the pull-up epicenter. The Chrono from Yuragi comes down onto the 2 of them. They'll catch FBZ, they'll catch Jackie.
Nice spear.
Jackie's still trying to come in, has the lockdown onto Chu. Chu falling very low. Might have the Glimmer Cape, but he has been dusted. He pushed to the side. He will be able to finish up the killing with FBZ. But they've lost 2, they've lost FBZ. Amar will fall. It's a 4 for 3. Boom, holding the trap.
And they know, right? Like you said, Chronosphere on cooldown, smoked up. Lasso's still down for 30, but Jackie...
They're going straight for Yuragi.
They're on him.
Back in action, they're in with the hook shot. They've got the chains done, he's gone the once. They're going to have to bring the TPs in here, OG. They don't want to let Yuragi go down a second time. He's straight with the comp, push back into the pit. Perfect lockdown from Boom. Expertly done, and they're ready for more. FBZ goes up the high ground with the arena. Yopaj commits in with the BKB. Amar will fall. BZM, Chu, and Tiger, they've got to run. But the Roots from 2 will catch BZM. Boom, they're going to claim a 3rd.
BCM just showed where he was there with the Meteor too.
Radiant's bottom
They're up here.
is under attack.
Boom has excellent initiation for this fight. It's such a great wraparound.
And Scam's in. He's going to go straight for BZM. Amar tries to hit him over the burrow strike, but the arena's down. Spear as well. They lock down BZM. BZM, he'll try and run, but he's caught in the root. Taken down. The Invoker falls. Tim's forcing Chu off to the side. They'll drag back Amar. Zamar will get out with the burrow strike. Uragi jumps forward, looking towards Jackie. He'll put the BKB so he's not affected by the fear from Tim's. Trying to take on Jackie, but the lasso's there. They'll be able to drag in on Uragi. Uragi should be able to jump down. No, they're keeping him stuck. They get perfectly busted detection. If they got it, they have. They've taken him out. 4 dead on OG. It's going to be 5 dead. A T1 from Boom. As once again, have the chrono. Cannot afford for this one to mess up.
Smoke breaks. Scam.
Scam.
There's a lot of friends in the area for Boom.
Attack this. If it's just Scam going down, Boom's going to be alright with this. In fact, is he even going to be able to buy some time from me? Well, he does die. A fair bit of a commitment for Scam. You get a bit of a catch over to the side. There's the BKB was off in time, so once they have a good bit of punch with the physical, and might not have enough to take it out straight away. FBZ finally fought, but now the arena's out. Tiger's going to be trapped in there as well as BZM. BKB for Uragi will shortly come to an end. He had to jump off to the side, but the same for Jackie. His BKB's gone, and so is his life. OG, they'll find the cleanup this time round. Tim's also running out of options.
So less than 1K for the side of Boom.
See, Yopaj does have that lasso.
He's
gonna go for it. He sees Amar, and I think maybe with the fight sort of done and dusted and 3 heroes dead, Amar, he was not ready for it. He's making Yopaj.
And now Boom, since Chrono's down, they're looking to make their own aggressive move. So it's this ping pong back and forth of both teams just playing around cooldowns constantly.
Dyer's mid
Now we're gone.
has fallen.
We'll be back in a few seconds. So BZM has been spotted. Managed to push him back with a deafening blast, but Jackie's in with a blink.
Nice disrupt.
Expensive disruption from Chu, but the arena's down. He's going to be careful as well, but he's caught by the fear. Tim's catching the two of them, spearing at the arena wall. Uragi's got on top of BZM and Chu. Boom, they're back on track here with the fights that they were finding earlier. But once again, it looks like they're going to be able to take every single one of OG down, as Tiger, he won't be living long here as well.
Oh, and you know, we're starting to really realize the lack of damage.
Dyer's middle tower is under
Jump in
attack.
for some action. But Tim's teasing around with Jackie as well to the side. Skems it with a hook shot over towards Amar. BZM trying to control Jackie with the tornado. The Bear is heading out of the two of them this time around. Uragi will manage to get the BKB off.
Okay.
Trying to take down Skem. They'll succeed. They'll bring down the clock. Over the side, FBZ in the arena will finish off the two. Jackie's down the one.
On Yopaj.
Run to the side. He did get the lasso off in time. Sunstrike.
It's on the mark.
It's not going to hit him. Yopaj, he's going to be able to survive. Now
boy.
Uragi's dead. Yopaj is ready to jump back in. He goes straight up to the high ground, looking to chase down BZM. I mean, the buyback, you know, they had one from each.
It was an interesting build-up for him. You know, going for that Lotus Orb, it's very different style that did stall out his items a little bit, but he was looking for something to protect himself versus the bat.
See Amar, he wants to go for this fight. So they jump in, they've got the crowd out, the two of them. BKB moves off in time from FBZ. He's kind of struggling with the damage to take out these two cores. FBZ's going to live long enough to be able to get the arena and the spear off. But he's even going to be able to back onto the side. Finally falls. But Amar is solo, and now Yopaj, he's kind of ready to come in with the cleanup.
No, way too
Jackie
tanky.
in on top of BZM. As BZM and Tiger have to separate themselves from the CK. They're the last two left alive on OG. Yopaj ready to swing back over to help out Jackie as well. Get themselves on top of Tiger. Blinky down to low ground. He's ready to run down the Invoker as well. BZM steps back in with the EMP. To see the buyback coming into play from Uragi. But now Uragi, he's on his own. He bought back for this. He needs to find something, but he's not even going to be able to get Jackie. Jackie will be fine. Uragi bought back for this. He'll die.
Oh boy, that I was maybe expecting.
Sure, the Sunstrike hits, but with the BKB on during the chrono means that nothing else can be thrown his way in terms of magical damage.
And looking on the sideline,
He
too,
gets his spells off, gets his combo off.
every time they find the Shadow Demon, right? This time it was Yopaj, last few fights it was FBZ. They always are jumping all simultaneously.
Oh, look at this grab here, Yopaj. He's able to find Chu in the tree lines, jumps in, tears out the Shadow Demon from the base. The second hero down without buyback here for OG.
Yopaj is having just a blast of a game, really. Octarine now done almost 25 too.
BZ
Misses.
the base. The BK BKB's got the arena. He wants to fight FBZ.
Oh, boy.
He just gone in and slammed down the arena onto the three of them. And here's the backup. Skims him with a hook shot. It's Tiger and Omar down. Again, no further buybacks on any of these heroes on OG. They will continue to play on, but of course this game getting into a very tough spot.
He's trying to cut some waves, but he's gonna go down.
But Yopaj found him.
He's got Ghost Walk
Is
in
there
7.
any way out of this?
Blink Spear soon. FBZ, can he get the angle?
I think he might be able to. Actually, one misses the spear, so there's a chance for a tornado and a ghost walk. If these two got detection, they got the gem, of course.
They have a gem.
Yeah, Yopaj. Just out top of him. Should be a full set of reacts. We'll see. Boom want to stick around for more after this. They've got half a minute where there's no BZF.
They got the lasso.
And they got Uragi. Yopaj is in the water. Grab him in the middle. They put him across that second lasso to make sure that Uragi stays locked down. He's out, of course. Still no buyback on him, and they'll call it. It's over. GG. Boom. We'll take this game 1. And honestly, like, that second half, just complete outplay through and through. OG, they just lost the block there.
Yep.
Boom, just smashed them.
And that was, I mean, even some of the fights, like it was right before they even got their BKBs, they still were like